All right, so today is October 1st, 2024. Pre-market levels. So yesterday I took one trade, and it had A and it had B. So I had my setup area, my level. I had volume. Price came back to it. We had level. We had a 5 minute volume on it, and then I took the retest of the volume of the 5 minute with a trend line, and I ended up exiting at an adjusted stop loss because of how price was moving, and also because of NQ. Um, NQ was being very respectful of the price action really moving in those directions, while ES was struggling to move down or move up until during the time Powell started speaking. That ES actually had a nice setup, but I didn't take it. Um, I was looking more for a double bottom around that area, and price basically just went down, pushed back up, pulled a small pullback, and then strongly reverse. Um, it was a strong down move too. So for this trade, like I said, NQ was at a supply demand zone, so I respected that area. ES was also at a demand zone because my level was actually too small and not as wide as it should have been. Instead of me um, instead of me using the whole Heikin candle for my area of interest, and then also using the 5 minute for my area of entry. Let me explain. Let me show what I mean. So yesterday, my level was a buy. This one here, right? My level was here. This was my level, but it got reduced to about down here. Let's go to the regular chart. Go into the 5 minute. Crap. Give me 1 minute. 5 minute. All right. So it got reduced to yeah. This is my level going to the actual price action. You got reduced to this right here. So I was looking for price to come down to this line versus the fact that I had this entire area here, and price came down to that level right here before no my entry was sell. I should have entered here and then let price go down, but I entered at this break, and then I entered at the pullback, not knowing that we're already at the demand zone pushing away. And I entered here, and I ended up taking my exit around here somewhere. But I was trying to get down here, so I should have marked these two because where we have buying and then we have the strongest buying volume here. So I need to respect that because yes, I have the buying that's down there, but then I have the strongest buying volume. So once we reach that, I would have been able to just exit the trade because well, buying dried up. I mean, selling dried up. We have strong selling, and then it dried up, and then price reverse. Thankfully for me, I noticed that NQ was completely inside of that level because NQ1 is a little higher. So NQ was already completely inside of that level. I was able to manage the trade and exit out before price did some damage. All right. So, but I should have had this area marked from my 30-minute level because that's all buying here and here. So I should have just marked this whole thing while keeping in mind that we have these highs. Even if I didn't mark the top part and the bottom part of the Heikin level, these buying basically was the entire Heikin level. So I should have marked it. The reason I didn't mark it was because well, price dipped below it. So respectively speaking, when price dipped below it, I figured that well, um, price actually bounced around here, right? So I'm gonna mark this level. So which was the reason why I marked the low of the level versus the high of the level, because we had this where price traveled, and I typically don't trust when price has already cleared a candle. And then to me, I said, well, maybe the bottom part is the most important. But apparently, this entire thing was important during the pre-market, during the session. Even though this is pre-market, and I thought the pre-market cleared it enough to not be a bother during my trading session, it was still something that I'm glad that I was able to spot that was that was causing an issue, and was able to take it from there. All right, so yeah, then eventually price came down during Powell speaking. Going back to this notion, Powell speaking, price came down to here, had a nice reversal up. So what I do notice is that we had a long leg for selling on the 30-minute. If I was cognitive of that, I would say, okay, we closed. All right, maybe price is interested. I'll take the retest from the 5-minute that showed signs of buying. Here, the 5-minute showed signs of buying right here. Even though it didn't clear this, but it showed signs of buying. We have a pink candle. If I get rid of these colors, we wouldn't be able to see it. We'll see that, well, the selling dried up, and there's conflict here. Then buying steps in. Conflict, buying steps in. Right, it's not all the way red, so this one is struggling to stay selling. Conflict, buying steps in, and then I said, okay, then I should say perhaps let's look in here for a retest. Now if we go down to the 1-minute, we notice that opportunity came in the form of a trend line right here. Boom, boom, boom. Not the strongest, not the best trend line, but it's still a trend line nonetheless, and it's also good enough that it retests the, what does it retest? It retests, ooh, look at that, learning something as we go. It retests this here and give us a hammer and pushed up. So this was all happening very quickly. It's all doing Powell. So it's just like, you know, being able to just, you know, as the minute goes, picking it up, break out, and then I could have my stop loss here for a tight stop loss for risking, I can't even see that, 60, is that 6 points? 5 points, risking 5 points, bringing it back up to the highs here, maybe up to this level right here, right, for about 17 points. And then price held that previous level that I had, and then it just mooned. Right, so this is just a quick review of yesterday's price actions and things that I was looking for. Now we're gonna go over today's price action, and let me see what exactly I can find as far as my levels. As you can see, we're now at a supply zone, and so I'm going to look into the volume. I don't see anything here. I don't see that's actually kind of important. So same thing here. Now we have the same thing that happened earlier, you know, yesterday. We have confusion, but price kind of stayed at the level, but we still have a leg, right? But I do like the conflict of color. Where's my high from yesterday? Yeah, I didn't mark yesterday's high. Alright, so I do like the conflict of color. Looks like NQ is above yesterday's high. It hit the weekly level pre-market. I don't think I really need this. Probably gonna get rid of it. I just want to see what price is doing, but it's just a good thing to just have an idea. I'm gonna focus on what I usually always have up. All right, so have good conflict right here. So this level here is going to be important. If it holds price, then it's something that I want to keep. Let's do this. This is 7 o'clock. We did the same thing with ES, but we're gonna look for 5-minute structure. But ES is already there. All right, so we have that, and let's see if we have a confluence with VIX as far as that. So I'll mark that candle with VIX because it looks like we're holding this area nicely. So I'll mark this area with VIX. Let's go forward and back. Interesting. All right. Okay, we have that. And then this is VIX yesterday's high. You know, I never really look at VIX weekly. Let's do that real quickly. Also, let's mark VIX's low from yesterday. Looks like we are hanging around with that area. Alright, so let's look at the weekly real quickly and the daily, because I never really look at it. Alright, so weekly wise, we're kind of inside this candle in a bit. So price does have a chance to drop, which gives ES a chance to go up based on what I'm seeing. Let's get rid of these things here. That will help lag the computer. Alright, let's go to the daily. A nice rejection of I don't know. So it came from the strong selling area. Let's make this longer. It's already long enough for today. That one as well. And then let's go back to the 30 and we'll see if we can find what's going on in that candle. Nothing that I can think of. So I have this pre-market. So there's nothing here that I can find. We do have selling here. Then we have strong volume here. And then we have selling. So price went into strong volume. Let's get rid of the first selling. And let's look how price is reacting around strong volume. This one, I'm gonna just change it to this color. I believe if it's like that, I probably went to the 5-minute or a lower level. So price reacted to the strong volume. Let's jump in here. Let's remove this. Let's put this like that for now. Off. Let's go to this. That's a nice candle. Nice divergent candle. Very good divergent candle. Very good divergent candle. Probably the best I've ever seen on VIX. Okay. So boom, bam, came back to it again, and then sold off. This is 2 o'clock. All right, very good divergent candle. All right. So for ES, we have this. So we're gonna go down to the 5 minute. Okay, looks like it's stopping there instead. This is interesting. In Q, we have that. That's ES. That's in Q. There are actually red candles there. Green there. VIX is doing that. Do I have any divergence candle with VIX I can work with besides what we already have? Strong selling, strong buying. This is very interesting, but we are above it. Let's mark this for now. This is the 3 o'clock. Do you have anything at 3 o'clock? We do. We have this. And then for 3 o'clock here, we do. We have this. This is the divergence candle. A lot of volume too. Yeah, so this one is going to be important. Okay, so in a sense, I got levels I want to look at. Alright, so I just want to quickly do that. Sure, we'll mark. Well, I don't really need to mark this one because I'm going to go into it like that. Alright, so yeah, but this is important. Alright, so now that we have that, so they are, let me write these down. So it's my 3 a.m. and my 7 a.m. candles. And 7 a.m. candles. It's 8:30. Do we have any news coming out? Today we have 9:45 and we have JOLTS. So 10 o'clock is going to be very heavy. And we had 9:45 PMI yesterday. We have 9:45 again. And so 10 o'clock is going to be very heavy with the news. And then here, this is going to be a very heavy day with news wise. All right. Set range. Okay. All right, so we're going to go down to the 5 minute. Let's use this. All right. So for this one here, let's pin it. We know for ES, you know, we had selling here, so we do also have selling here. So I'm gonna mark only the 5 minute part of this if I can. This is 3:30, right? No, 3 o'clock. We're strong buying, sell. We have indecision, reversal, pull back into that, and then higher movement. All right, I like this one. Nice pull back into it, and then higher movement. See how things are changing? So we have sell, shifting, eat this up, selling again, push up, and then price trying to make up its mind, sell right into it, dies, and then reversal. So my buying came from down here, so I'm gonna mark this, that, I'm going to keep that bubble. I know that's a 30-minute one. And I'm going to mark this like this. And then this came at 320. Huh? Why are you not typing? Oh, let me lock this off. Okay. So this came in at 320. So at 320, I'm going to look at the information on my footprint chart to see if I can find anything that correlates with this area that can help. I don't see anything, but I do see a hammer candle. And this is 320 to 325. I just see a hammer candle going into the 323 candle on there, which is at 9, which is way up here. And then price eventually came back around 452. It's 5. Yeah, so around 452 to 5. Price finally came back to it, and then got bought up. So this is harder to read on there. So this may be a no-go. But this looks good. Nice. This is like perfect. Alright. And then reverse nicely. Alright, what does it look like on the 1 minute? We're coming back to it again, it looks like. Alright, just to get an idea. Wow, this is completely confusion. I definitely don't like any of this. Let's go back to how I had it. Alright, so now we're coming back to it again. As you can see, confusion again. Alright, so maybe we'll see buying. That'll push price back up. I would be interested in taking a trade here if it does give me that. I'm going to continue trying to set up, so if I am able to find something, I will try to get it. We have buying, buying, stop, selling, selling, drop. Price came up and held this area to drop. What can I make of this? Strong buying. Got below that buying, came back to it, and then it's dropping lower. Alright, but I think we're on a nice upscale uptrend. I do like this downtrend here on the 30. Alright, this looks good. Get rid of that. This looks very good. See it bounce up and continue higher, or move lower. So this is going to be my level. Let's move this down. So that's my level for ES. What time is it? 8:35. Okay, let's go to NQ. And we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so NQ got buying here. Alright, same exact area as ES. We have selling, slow down, selling but couldn't hold, and reverse. Price pushed up. Unlike in ES, price didn't bounce off of this on NQ except for like right there. Undo. So I already have the line there. This is out. Just for kicks. And then same thing with that. We're going to bring this down like that and see what it looks like. Like is here. All right, gotta know that we're respecting these levels up here. All right, price came to it. It is respecting it, even though there's nothing there. It's respecting it. Selling wise, price broke out of the channel or trend line. Had very strong, never retested it. Came out of this level here. This is where it retested that. Buying that couldn't sustain. A very tight range with NQ. Maybe I should have left that level because I did mark it. Because it feels weird that I have this huge candle now, but it is what it is. It's how it is. So yeah, I expect price to go lower. So if price can go in here, I just gonna keep an eye on it. All right, so let's mark where the selling starts. I'm not gonna mark the whole thing, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. The selling just continued on. Let's go back to, and the same thing with this one here, buying, all it continued on. Let's go back to ES, and I think I'll be done. Yes, that's selling. Yeah, all the way up to there, and capped up. So I'd like to see price bounce and move up higher. Trying to think, am I missing anything? I got higher days, lower days. I got I don't have any news, so I don't need to mark that. I do still have my max limit start to has been set, so I'm just only trading 75. I have my highs and lows. I have my 3 a.m. 7 a.m. candles. Let's see what VIX did here. Let's look into VIX. I typically don't, but you never know. So this one did have a small pullback. Push up, came back down, push up higher. No, it would have stopped me out. If I was down here, probably would have stopped me out. I've been close to. I do like this retest. I don't really too much like how this is. This trend line looks like crap. I bet you that. I'm gonna go to VIX in a bit. So I want to keep reminding myself is that I need clean trend lines. So we have this one here, right? It was somewhat clean until it wasn't, right? We had that, and then it just started really just bucking out to where it was just not staying clean, right? And then we have this one here to where price stayed clean until it wasn't. Right? Clean trend line until it's not. So clean trend line until it's not. And then going up, all right, we have this one here, that, all right, and then since price has moved away from it, go a little tighter like this, all right, and price really moved away from it, but then we have price coming in here. Obviously, when we have a retest of the tail, it's not good, so we can put it like that, all right, and then price breaks out, and then there goes your entry right around here, enter there, and enter maybe this one. Stop loss up here. And it was price really messing and testing your fortitude, dropping down to 1, right? I probably would have been out. Price would have pulled back and then I would have been out, because once this price moves right here close to it, I'm not going to let price come back up and mess me up. And it probably hit the higher end of this level, and then I'm gonna do yeah, see, we're all in that side of that. So I'm gonna do VIX, and then I'm gonna be done for that for today for my setup. I don't have anything in VIX. I already see it. It's just a straight drop. There's nothing in here. Straight drop. So I'll mark this here. Pretty much all I can really do. Maybe mark it something like this. I guess. All I can really do. Alright, so that's it. I think I marked the highs and the lows. VIX, if we stay above, I look for ES to go down. If we stay below, I look for ES to go up. That's pretty much it. We do have this level down here at the bottom we have to worry about. So that's it for today. I think I went over news, didn't I? If I didn't, I'll go over it anyways. So news wise, we have 9:45. I did go over news at 10 o'clock. We have a ton of news at 10. This is going to be important. We have the same amount of news here at 10. So 10 o'clock is going to be a very important time. Probably really won't be trading until I see a setup at my levels. Settlement price for ES was 5814.25. Just loading. 5814.25. So right there around the tops. Right around here somewhere. Settlement. Whoa, settlement is not even here. 5814, yeah. 5814.25. So about here. Probably more so when this candle close. So I will close a little bit later. And then for our ADR levels, we did bounce off of this yesterday. This brought all the way up. Still not marking my ADR levels because don't seem like they're important, but I am looking at this 15 o'clock candle right now, which seems to catch my attention, but I don't see nothing of it. I will mark I don't think I have anything else to mark. I'm not gonna worry about this candle, but we do have this here and this candle. Let's look at it from a 5-minute perspective so I can get going. This is the 1430. So we have strong buying, and buying just slowly gradually moves up. Then we have this 15 o'clock. Buying just came out of nowhere. not gonna mark it. All right, so that's it for me for today. Be back in the evening for my levels. For